The day I saw the messages, my world froze. My heart pounded so loud I could hear it echo in my ears. It was a text from my younger sister, Olivia, to my husband. Last trip was superb. We can't wait for this weekend. We? That single word replayed in my head like a broken record. Who is we? I scrolled down, hands trembling, and that was when the truth hit me like a train. My husband had been traveling with my two younger sisters, together, often, secretly. Each so called business trip wasn't a trip at all, it was a private carnival of betrayal. They were doing unspeakable things, indulging in wild, intimate acts that made my stomach turn, and they didn't even try to hide it well. The messages were full of inside jokes, coded phrases, and suggestive emojis that painted a story of sexual madness I couldn't unsee. Ben and I have been married for 4 years. 4 years of what I thought was happiness, love, and partnership. But it was all a lie. He works in corporate, always traveling for meetings and conferences. I was the devoted wife who packed his bags, prayed for his safety, and kissed him goodbye at the airport, not knowing my own sisters were waiting for him at the other end. Every detail I uncovered that night broke me further. Hotel bookings, pictures, voice notes, and that message. This weekend will be wilder than the last. My hands went cold. My body felt numb. In that moment, I realized that I wasn't just betrayed by my husband. I was betrayed by my own blood. That evening, I was just trying to check our home CCTV through my husband's phone. Nothing serious. I only wanted to be sure the generator man came around when he said he did. Then, out of nowhere, a message popped up on his screen. It was from my younger sister, Olivia. All set, she said. I didn't think much of it. Olivia sometimes helped Ben handle social media and marketing for his personal business. So I assumed it was work related. But then another message followed almost immediately. I can't wait for this trip with the kisses emoji. My heart skipped a beat. What trip? And why that emoji? Before I could even think, a photo came in. It was a picture of my two younger sisters, dressed in nothing but lingerie matching lingerie. My mouth went dry. I opened the message fully, hoping there was some kind of explanation, maybe a prank or photo shoot. But as I scrolled, my hand started shaking message after message. I pieced it all together. The flirtation, the plans, the secrets. Turns out every business trip Ben went on wasn't just with his work team. My own sisters had been traveling with him. And not as assistants or companions, but as lovers. They'd been having threesomes. Sometimes even involving other people. And this had been going on since the very beginning of our marriage. I sat there in silence, staring at the phone like it would apologize. My whole body went cold, but my face stayed calm. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. Instead, I placed the phone down carefully, walked to the wardrobe, and started helping Ben pack for his upcoming trip, the same trip my sisters were in, quotes all set for. He had no idea I already knew everything, but before he left, I made sure to clone his WhatsApp. I wanted to see how far they'd go when they thought I was clueless. And that's when things took a dramatic turn. The moment their flight took off and they were mid-air, I started seeing the real-time messages roll in, the flirting, the jokes, the photos, the things they were planning to do on that trip. That was when all hell broke loose, not just around me, but inside me. Because how do you even begin to process betrayal that deep from the man you love and the sisters you grew up protecting? The moment I confirmed everything, I didn't cry, I didn't scream, I just went cold. Ice cold. You see, when betrayal reaches a certain level, tears dry up. That night, I sat down quietly printing every message, every photo, every filthy conversation, page after page. The printer was groaning under the weight of their wickedness. screenshots of their texts, his voice notes, her naked photos. I compiled everything neatly, like a court exhibit. By morning, I moved into full action, no mercy. First stop is office WhatsApp group, send all. Next, our family WhatsApp group, send all. Then our estate group, send all. Even church WhatsApp group, send all. You should have seen the chaos that followed. Within minutes, his phone started exploding with messages. The man who once called himself my husband was now trending. But I didn't stop there. Oh no. I went to his office personally, walked straight to his department. People were greeting me, smiling, not knowing I was carrying the bombshell of the century. I opened my bag, brought out my printed exhibits, and started pasting them on the walls. Pictures of his private parts were dangling on the office notice board like a public service announcement. My sister's photos, their so called corporate trip memories, were now community property. And just when people thought it couldn't get worse, I paid bloggers. Yes, I spent good money to buy my revenge. They posted everything, the photos, the screenshots, even the hotel receipts. Within hours, it went viral. Hashtags flying everywhere. Ben and the sisters, corporate orgy gate. It was madness. By this time, I'd locked up the house, checked myself into a five-star hotel, ordered room service, and turned off my phone. While the world was burning, I was sipping champagne. When I finally turned my phone back on, my notifications exploded thousands of missed calls, hundreds of messages. My mother's voice notes were full of crying and prayer points. Church elders were begging me to take down the post his office HR was calling. The estate chairman, too. Everyone wanted answers. But me, I was done talking. Then my husband started calling, back to back, sending voice notes, crying, pleading. My sisters, imagine their audacity. They called me wicked, wicked. You have been sleeping with my husband and didn't think it was wicked. But now that your nakedness is trending worldwide, I am suddenly the villain. No, my dear, I just served cold revenge and it was delicious. My world has been upended. Ben is under disciplinary review at work, and the silence between us is louder than any argument. I haven't been able to find the words to speak to him since the truth came out. Every time I imagine his face, I see the messages again, and my throat closes as for my sisters. I keep replaying how little I confronted them, how I let their smiles and big sis jokes slide while they were quietly building a betrayal behind my back. I don't want vengeance that destroys people, but I want them to understand the damage they caused. I want them stripped of the comfort of excuses, forced to face what they did so they never ever betray another family like this. Let them feel the weight of consequences, the shame of being exposed, the loss of trust, the cold distance of everyone they lied to. If that's what it takes to keep other women's lives from being wrecked, then so be it.